In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at Deni Avdija and what he is going to be able to bring to this year's season. This year is the 2025/26 season, and this might be a breakout year for him. We have seen so far over in Europe that he's been doing an absolutely fantastic job, at least on the offensive side, that can actually translate to the NBA. So let's get down and let's check out what he's doing. But really quickly, if you want to become a very good shooting guard and higher basketball IQ, make sure to go check out the shooting guard blueprint. Basically, what you are going to be getting in the shooting guard blueprint is 8 weeks, which is huge, of workouts as well as actual training. And you are going to be getting basketball IQ with understanding what all of the different reads that a shooting guard needs to be able to make. So you are going to be able to get that down in the description below. So right here in this first clip that we have already taken a glance at is Deni Avdija in the full court. And one of the things that he does extremely well is being able to score in a 1v1 situation, and I'm going to show you exactly how. So if we zoom in right here, if we rewind just a little bit, watch how he is able to create contact onto the defender and then also keeps the ball nice and high so that he has the ability to keep it away from reaching hands, but also makes it a lot easier to be able to score off of making that contact. And yes, the referee called it, even though the defensive player's arms were straight up. The reason why the defensive foul was called is because right here, that player shifted when Deni Avdija, I cannot say that right, was able to hit that man. So as the offensive player, so if you are on offense and you want to be able to get that to the free throw line or just an easier basket, if you can make just a slight contact with the defender, if he is not moving, then everything is fine. But if he is moving, you're getting to the free throw line, which is why you want to be able to make that contact and then keep that ball high so you can get it high off glass. This is very similar to a Shea style move. I'm personally not a big fan of what he did here. However, I will explain to you why it worked. So here he gets that pass. He's wide open in the middle of the key. He should have just went up with the floater. I'm not going to lie. When you've got nobody around you, but you have somebody closing in and somebody this close who's really tall, generally speaking, a floater is going to be probably your best bet if you want to have a quick basket. However, what he does here is he takes that quick dribble towards the basket. By this time, this defender comes in and cuts off his lane, but then he's able to then land on 2 feet. You always want to land on 2 feet. This is extremely important because then you can choose which foot is your pivot foot. In this case, he chooses his left foot, and then he's able to step through with his right and uses his body to protect that ball from getting blocked. I'm going to take this out of slow motion just for a second, just so you can see the pace that he plays at so that he's able to get that shot off. So the reason why this works is because he goes slow, then he goes a little bit quicker, and then he stops, goes slow towards that defender, and then he's able to pull back for that shot. Yes, this does go in. However, it's the pace that matters. So taking it out of slow motion again, goes slow and then goes quick for just a quick cross. That little jab step with the cross is able to back that defender off, which then allows him to be able to pull for that shot because he has enough space between himself and his man so that he's able to get that shot off cleanly. You want to be able to play with pace, because if you are able to play with pace, then you're able to change your pace. You can go fast, and then you can go slow, and then you can go fast again, and then you can just basically pull back as an example. And when you pull back, you should be able to get your shot off. This is what we mean by playing with pace. Now, being able to run the floor as well is extremely important because you have 5 guys on the court. And if you can outpace yourself, or at least outrun everybody else, you are going to be in a good position. So for example, here, this is Deni Avdija, and then this is his teammate who does look like he has that wide open lane. However, if you were What most kids do is slow down if you are in this position because you just expect this man to take his man one-on-one to the basket. Then you're not understanding the fact that he's actually got a better chance of getting the team a basket by passing the ball to you. And that's what happens to Deni right here, who's able to then finish with the dunk in transition because he kept on running. He didn't stop running. Run the floor, finish the play, run with purpose, get to the rim. That's how you're going to win. That's how you're going to score. And again, remember, the first man who makes contact wins. So if you can make contact first, this is important because the first man who makes contact will win, which means that what we see right here is when Deni Avdija drives, he makes this contact right here. He makes first contact, which is important because now when he goes through, look, he's got the ball at his waist, but he's created a gap between himself and his man. This allows him to be able to get to that rim and have the wide open layup, all because, and he got the foul call, even the foul call. Yes, he got the foul call on that, not the offensive foul. He got to the free throw line because of that. So make contact with your defenders. Plays like this are going to be able to extend your playing career, but also get you more points and potentially more scholarships. So if you want to play like Deni and be an amazing shooting guard, this is very important because if you are in that roughly 6'2" to about 6'4" or even a taller range, I would even extend the shooting guard position to even 6'8" players. That is roughly the professional height of a shooting guard. So if you are within that range, check out the shooting guard blueprint that is down in the description below so that you can become a higher IQ and better overall shooting guard. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Hit that like button and subscribe.